game, guys. Fiesta. We love to see it. San Antonio, I want y'all to always dig into your Fiesta bag whenever you can. Okay, they're facing off against the Timberwolves. Still not sure if Ant-Man can go, or, you know, we really want him to be very, very healthy before he shows up again, dealing with the bone bruise in his knee. But just talking about the Timberwolves taking down the Nuggets, they were talking talk, but they were backing it up. And I'm sure they're going to come with the same intensity, right, against San Antonio.
They better. They better. They're going to be back in Minnesota real quick. I mean, permanently making summer plans, messing with Wemby. But no, it's no surprise what they did. I told you guys when Ant-Man and when Ant-Man went down and Dante went down. Still, they have Julius Randle. Yeah. McDaniels is a baller. Ayo, but he didn't play in the Game 7. So for me, nothing changed with Denver. Like, they can't guard the rim, right? They don't have no rim protector. So it was put the ball on the floor. Minnesota still had guys that can go downhill, get 2 feet in the paint, and finish. That wasn't going to change anything in terms of what Denver could do to stop that.
Getting 2 paint and finishing against San Antonio looks a little different.
Absolutely.
But that's what I'm doing.
A little bit different.
You ain't let me finish.
You taking too long. You taking too long to get there, man.
He was really winding up.
I was building that up. But now, you got that man on the wall right there. I know y'all can't see that. That boy Wemby. Now you're going to have to knock down some outside shots. Or whoever he's guarding is going to have to be a guy that stretches the floor out, right, to keep him on the perimeter. Because if he's guarding the non-shooter, you are going to have your shots altered, or you're going to be having your shots sent to a Great American Mall. So, I mean, pick your poison.
Plus their guard play. They're athletic as guards. They defend, and then they can be aggressive on the perimeter. Like, just think about it, for like how great it is to be able to guard on the perimeter, be aggressive, knowing that you got that guy behind you. Yeah. You know, that's what makes Castle so great in passing lanes and Vassell and so on and so forth. So, man.
I'm going to put this is Rudy versus Wemby.
No,
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you why. He's a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. I'm going to tell you why.
Not against somebody like this.
This is what my point is. This is a different matchup for Rudy than Joker.
Right.
You're right. Joker, you can crowd, you can push up, make him a driver, make him put the ball on the floor.
You're right.
Wemby is coming at you with the ball. He's crossing over, he's handles, he's shooting the 3, he's running the court, he's catching love. This is a different type of matchup for Rudy Gobert. So I'm interested to see how Rudy come out and strategize going against his little brother, the French connection. That's little bro.
They're gonna be talking French.
This is passing of the torch right here.
I mean, it could be Harrison Barnes.
He better guard Harrison Barnes.
Who?
Rudy.
Nah, man, he guarding his little brother.
Hey, Champagne.
No, he's gonna guard his little brother, man.
Nah, he can't guard little.
I mean, early, I feel like game. I feel like game.
He ain't got no choice.
Game 1, it will be.
Who he gonna
go to Harrison Barnes.
Nah.
Harrison comes off the bench.
Let's be clear.
Rudy gonna have him in the trick bag. Wemby gonna have him in the trick bag. No, bro. Like,
you about to see that.
Man,
he's up for him to play.
Rudy doesn't have on the perimeter to slide his feet to guard
I'm in agreement with you. I'm saying this is going to be totally different going up against Wemby than Joker. It's going to be tougher for Gobert to guard Wemby and strategize against Wemby. With Joker, you could lay on him, you could body him, you could be close to him, you could fizz him, cut that space out. There's too much space between you and Wemby. This is a different matchup for Gobert.
And to be crystal clear, everyone all season long has been trying to figure out how to guard Wemby.
You can't.
T-Mac has consistently said you just got to body and be physical when you can and where you can. Listen, guys, it's been live. We've been rolling 3 days straight.
No, we're going to keep going until tomorrow.
No, what we're not going to do is that. We're going to roll some music. And we're going to... I'm tired of y'all.
Off the Celtics, who were favorites to come out of the East. The Knicks now heavily favored in this series at -275. And I was looking earlier this morning, the public is all over this. 70% of the market is backing the Knicks here. Even the analytics, including Sportsline, leaning to that side as well. John, I'm going to start with you. How are you going to play this series?
I was looking at the lines. Everything's a little juiced. I mean, Knicks -1.5 at -145. would probably be my play if I had to do something. We got to see the status of Embiid. He looked like he was banged up towards the end of that game. And just them beating the Celtics, just a bad matchup, right? Celtics cut costs, and it came back to bite them. Embiid comes back. I mean, come on, you have Jaylen Brown guarding Embiid. This next series is going to be different, right? You've got Mitchell Robinson, you've got Karl Towns. Is Jalen Brunson going to be able to defend? Tyrese Maxey, I think, is going to be the question. I'm sure they'll have to try to hide him, similar to like how Boston used to try to hide IT back in the day. I think the Knicks are going to have to start doing that with Maxey and those two guard Edgecombe. However, I do like the Knicks to win this series. I think the 76ers are they're valued a little higher than they should be because they just beat the Celtics. But the Celtics didn't have Tatum, and I think that really affected them this last game. So, yeah, Knicks -1.5, -145. Keep it simple, 4-2 type series, and Knicks go to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I also think it probably goes a minimum of 6 games. I think the Knicks have showed they're susceptible to losing, some matchups here and there. And remember, they played 2 years ago in 2024. It was a little bit of a different Knicks roster. DiVincenzo and Hartenstein were still on the team. Karl Anthony Towns and Mikal Bridges were not. But that series went to 6 games. Tyrese Maxey had a brilliant Game 5. He had 46 in Madison Square Garden, back against the wall. I think he had 9 points in the final 30 seconds or the final minute. So he's kind of showed he's built for these moments. This series, it's crazy that we've only gotten 3 tri-state area Knicks versus Sixers playoff matchups over the last 40-plus years. So it's really cool that we have this matchup. I do think overall it's hard to fade the Knicks, especially when you watch them in Game 6 versus Atlanta, just absolutely decimate them. So it'd be kind of ludicrous to go against them, but I would not be surprised if Philly could push this to a 6-game series, maybe even a 7-game. All that's going to really depend on how healthy is Joel Embiid, how much can he give you, because John just mentioned it. He was banged up in Game 7. He had a scare in Game 6 in the middle of the third quarter. Like, I just don't know how many times someone can roll into the back of this guy's leg and hyperextend his knee. Like, I'm tired of watching it. I feel horrible for him. Why is he in the wrong place at the wrong time, seemingly always? So hopefully he can just stay out there, because when he's out there, Tyrese Maxey's going to do his thing. But that 1-2 tandem that we're finally able to see, and Paul George not even needing to be a second or third option. He had 13 points yesterday. He didn't even know he's out there. He hit a couple nice shots. So I think Philly's got a chance. But the odds here are correct. Yeah, Embiid just can't seem to catch a break, right? Coming back from an appendectomy, absolutely dominating, and then that knee just keeps getting hammered. And like you said, wrong place, wrong time, over and over again. Let's move out. He's got to get out of the way, though. No one we've played, right? Like, guys fall, like, it's almost like he's like, sees them and doesn't move. Like, hey, look, move your leg. He reacts so poorly. Easier said than done. I'm not there, but I have played. And if I'm falling in my peripheral, I'm trying to dodge it. Yeah. I'm not sitting there. So, hey, look, we'll see. All right. Well, some blame there maybe on the big man. Let's head out west. Do you remember, though? Oh, sorry, Katie. No, you're fine. I was just gonna say, do you remember in the Game 5 when he reacted in the opposite and quickly and pulled back and was ripping the push-ups? Like, that's the fastest I've ever seen him move in my life. Exactly. But I can't expect him to do that every single time someone's getting thrown into his lower body. Well, let's hope it doesn't happen more in this next series. Now let's move out west. Oddmakers showing very little faith in Minnesota in this next series against San Antonio. The Spurs are heavy favorites, listed around -1,800 to advance. That's implied odds of over 90% in favor of San Antonio. Obviously, the injuries to Ant is a big factor here. Spurs, of course, coming off a pretty dominant regular season. So with all that said, there's really no value on the favorite here, right, John? So where have you found value? It pains me to go with the T-Wolves, but I'm going Minnesota +2.5. It's +180, good value, right? They've been playing well. Their defensive profile is just a little different, right? They've got length and size on the wings. The old head Mike Conley's coming in. He's being effective. So I gotta go Minnesota +2.5 because there's no other way to go. The lines are too juiced. The Spurs are good. Don't get it twisted, but they're still a young team, and it's still a team that's vulnerable. And we've seen Minnesota beat the almighty Denver Nuggets, who we thought were dark horse championship contenders. So I think this team is a lot better, and they're only going to get better by playing with each other and gelling. Yes, Anthony Edwards is probably not going to be back early, and DiVincenzo's out, but they have a deep roster. And if Gobert can kind of control Wemby, I say that gingerly, control Wemby, this Spurs team is very vulnerable. He has the size. Now, moving with Wemby and guarding him is a whole different story, but he has the size and the length to at least try to slow him down. And if they can slow Wemby down, the Spurs become vulnerable at 2.5 and +180. That's the only thing I would take in this series. I'm a little, out on betting this series just in general because of Anthony Edwards' injury. He got hurt April 25th in Game 4. So they said it's a multi-week injury, maybe week to week. So if you can get to Mother's Day, May 9th, that's 2 weeks out from the injury, and you're probably only one or two games into the series at that point. Can he come back for Game 4 in Minnesota? And can Minnesota try to steal one game in the meantime and not go down 3-0? That is like ultra optimistic side of this for Anthony Edwards to maybe come back and help make this a series. It's just so unfortunate just from a fan's perspective that he won't be out there to start this thing because John said it. San Antonio does not have any playoff experience. You're playing a Minnesota team that you just watched destroy the Denver Nuggets with their third-string backcourt. So with Anthony Edwards, if he is there coming off back-to-back Western Conference Finals appearances, you know that this series is probably a lot more balanced and not so minus 1,800 for the Spurs. It's probably more like minus 200 for the Spurs if Ant's out there. So hopefully he can come back and really make this thing interesting in the latter half of the series because if he is out there, I would not be scared to take Minnesota outright to win the series and go back to the conference finals.
All right, well, if you thought minus 1,800 was big, the reigning champs OKC are minus 3,000 over the Lakers. Another just massive mismatch here. John, can the Lakers win one game?
Ooh, I don't know, man. The sweep is plus 125, so Vegas is telling us something. I take this to the right. So, and then to win it all, they just became minus odds. As I think this week at minus 130. So that's what we got to do, right? If you're going to take OKC in this series, you might as well go for the sweep or just go sprinkle minus 130 and take the minus 30 to win it all. I think OKC is going to get out of the West. Spurs are going to be kind of a team that maybe can knock them off their pedestal, but they look so good, man. They're like a well-oiled machine right now. The Lakers are, I think, in trouble. I saw the Lakers live. They're in trouble. That's all I can say.
He's not lying. They're in trouble. John, I'd like to see you back it up. Take the plus 125 and roll with the sweep. I'm not doing that. I think LeBron and the Lakers get at least one game. I don't think I know he got swept in 2023 with Anthony Davis and the Nuggets in the Western Conference Finals, beat them when the Nuggets won the championship. I do think this is accurately placed with no Luka Doncic, but even when Luka was out there, they still didn't have a chance against this Thunder team. The rest of the Lakers roster, they are so top-heavy that the rest of the roster just cannot compete with the depth of Oklahoma City. That is by far and away the best constructed roster in the league. Take Jalen Williams out of it. He's injured. Not sure when he'll be back. Probably middle part of this series, you hope. But even when he's not out there, they're still dominant. The key to this series for the Lakers is can you slow the game down to an immense point where Oklahoma City is not running up and down in transition. You're not overexerting yourself if you're the Los Angeles Lakers. Can DeAndre Ayton just get back in his 2021 Phoenix bag and pull something out that we didn't know was there and give you 20 and 12 every single night? That is a large ask. That would probably be plus 2,000 if FanDuel let you bet on it. But, I mean, that's what they're going to need. I don't expect anything different from LeBron. He's going to do his thing, but is he going to have help? We've seen Austin Reeves struggle in playoff series. Last year against Minnesota, he wasn't good. I think he's going to struggle with a lot of the same difficulties against Lou Dort, Case and Wallace. Some of these guys, they're going to be tougher, bigger bodies getting thrown at Austin Reeves. And the regular season guy that we see is not going to necessarily have as easy enough a time against the Thunder. I do think they can get a game. And if you really want to get frisky, take them to win the series and make the conference finals. There's some juice there on the Lakers side. And you can ride LeBron one last time. You're 23. Why not have a little fun with it?
All right. We knew
I kind
Noah.
of like LeBron. I'm sorry. I kind of like LeBron with kind of running the show. Reeves kind of came in and kind of messed up the flow a little bit. Yeah, they beat the Rockets, but with LeBron kind of at the head of the snake, I like the Lakers. Either you have Reeves and Luka, or you just let LeBron run the show. And I mean, look, he's been dominant at 41. Still amazes me. So I think Reeves coming back actually hurts them in a playoff type series right now.
All right. Well, Noah, your LeBron fandom has gone off on John here. But here are the shortest odds to win the NBA Finals, and of course those Thunder. Regardless of what our guys just said, minus 150 to go back-to-back.